flood. Read the passage carefully and answer the questions in complete sentences. A flood can be an enigmatic force of nature. It can be a friend or foe. To a certain extent, flooding is good for planting crops. The Nile River in Egypt often floods its banks. When it does, a layer of black mud settles along the bank. This makes the land fertile for planting crops. In 1970, the Aswan High Dam was constructed. Among other things, it controlled the floods. However, many farmers soon found that this brought more problems than relief. There was a loss of natural nutrients for the land. This meant that the farmers had to fertilize their land themselves. However, most of the time, floods do more damage than good. A flood in Bangladesh killed 100,000 people in a mere half an hour. While in China, a 1931 flood killed 3.7 million people. Millions more lost their homes. Floods are caused when there is heavy rain. Rainwater runs into rivers, which flow into the sea. However, when there is a lot of rainwater, the river cannot hold the water. It spills over the banks onto the land. This is when flooding takes place. It follows then that the longer the rain lasts, the more deadly the floods become. Heavy rains cause another problem. It makes it difficult to clean up the mess caused by the flood. Diseases can easily spread through the polluted water. There are a few ways to try and control flooding. The most common way is to build high and strong river banks. These are called levees. This is to prevent water from spilling over the river bank and onto the land. However, during heavy rain, floodwater still spills over the river bank. So, the battle between man and water continues. As Mark Twain once said, despite all that man can do to try and control flooding, the rain still remains the master. Answer in complete sentences. What happens when the Nile River floods its banks? What problem did the Aswan High Dam create? What damage can flood cause? What happens to the river when there is heavy rain and prolonged raining? How can flood facilitate the spread of diseases? Why are levees not very effective? What does the word mere intend to show? What does the word it refer to? Do you agree that a flood does more harm than good? What did Mark Twain mean when he said that the rain still remains the master? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share.